Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivara Dhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivara Dhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Rangana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Rangana Yamuna Tira Vanamchari Yamuna Tira Vanamchari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivara Dhari Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivara Dhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Rangana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Rangana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Hare.
Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe. Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Gaura Simanande. Jai Vishupad Paramahamsa Pri Vrajagacharya Stotra Satya Sri Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Bhai Charanarvind Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Kandiviti Founder Acharya Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Samavata Bhakti Vrinda Ki Harinam Sankirtana Ki Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Dainita Gaura Pimanande. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Sri Guru and to Sri Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada Ki. We will have a little shift. This will go there. I know exactly how to do it. Hare Krishna. You can just, yes. You can take the cushion, bring it here. Put the cushion here. Can help. Yeah. Here. Put it that side. Yes. Closer to Srila Prabhupada. So, yes. Om Agyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Taksurindritam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaisnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Ragunatan Vitam Tvam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kancana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpa Tarubhyasya Kripa Sindhu Vyaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Narayanam Namaskritya
Narayanam Namaskritya
Ram Chaiva Narottamam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Devim Sarasatim Vyasam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Tato Jayamudirayat.
Dojayamudiraye.
Before reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is our very means of conquest, let us first offer our respectful obeisances unto Narayana, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, unto Narayan Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author. Nasta Prayasabhadrishu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatuttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. By regularly hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam and by rendering a service unto the pure devotee, all that is troublesome within our heart becomes destroyed practically to nil, and loving devotional service unto the Supreme Lord, who is praised with transcendental songs, becomes established as an irrevocable fact. Idam Bhagavatam Nama Puranam Brahma Samhitam Uttama Shloka Charitam Sakara Bhagavan Rishi Nishreyasaya Lokasya Dhanyam Swasyayanam Mahat. This Srimad Bhagavatam, known as the Grantaraj, the king of all Vedic literatures, is the literary incarnation of God. It is compiled by the incarnation of God as Srila Vyasadeva. It is meant for the ultimate good of all people. It is all successful, all blissful, and all perfect. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Binda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Sarabhyaya Namaha Om Sarabhyaya Namaha Om Sarabhyaya Namaha Mukam Karoti Vasalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yatkripa Tamaham Bande Sri Gurum Dinataranam Yatkripa Tamaham Bande Sri Gurum Dinataranam. Hare Krishna. Welcome everyone to our morning Bhagavatam class, continuing from Canto number 1, chapter 19, last chapter of the canto, which is entitled the appearance of Shukadeva Goswami. And let's see here. Yes, yesterday we read text number 3. Yes, so text 4. Sa Chintayan Itham Atas Rinod Yatha Munen Sutokto Niritis Tashakakyaha Sa Sadhu Mene Na Shirena Takshaka Nalam Prasaktasya Virakti Karanam Sachintayan Itam Atasrinod Yatha Mune Sutokto Niritis Tashakyaha Mune Sutokto Niritis Takshakakya
Mune sutokto niritistakshakakhyaha.
Sadhu menena shirena takshaka
Sadhu menena chirena takshaka.
Nalam prasaktasya virakti karanam
Nalam prasaktasya virakti karanam.
Sachintayam itam atasrinod yatha
Sachintayannittam matha shrunod yatha.
Mune sutokto niritistasakakya
Mune sutokto niritistakshakakhyaha.
Sasadhu menena chirena takshaka
Sadhu menena chirena takshaka.
Nalam prasaktasya virakti karanam
Nalam prasaktasya virakti karanam.
Sachintayan itam atasrinod yatha
Sachintayannittam mathashnod yatha.
Mune sutokto niritis tasakakya
Mune sutokto niritistakshakakhyaha.
Sasadu mene na chirena takshaka
Sadhu menena chirena takshaka.
Nalam prasaktasya virakti karanam
Nalam prasaktasya virakti karanam.
Sachintayan ittam atasrinod yatha Mune sutokto niritis tataksakai Sasadu mene na chirena takshaka Nalam prasaktasya virakti karanam
Sachintayannittam mathashrunod yatha.
Sachintayan ittam atasrinod yatha
Mune sutokto niritistakshakakhyaha.
Mune sutokto niritis tasakakya
Sadhu menena chirena takshaka.
Sasadu mene na chirena takshaka
Nalam prasaktasya virakti karanam.
Nalam prasaktasya virakti karanam
Sachintayan itham arthasranodayatha
Sachintayan ittam atasrinod yatha
Mune sutokto niritistakshakakhya
Mune sutokto niritistata
Shakakhyah
ससाधु मेनेन चिरेण तक्षका
Sasadhu mene na chirena takshaka
नलं प्रसक्तस्य विरक्तिकारणम्
Nalam prasaktasya viraktir karanam Sachintayan nitam natasrino jatha Mune sutokto niritistata
Shakakhyah
Tasadu mene na chirena takshaka Nalam prasaktasya nirakti charanam saha. He, the king, Chintayan, thinking, itham, like this, atha, now, as not heard, yatha, as, mune, of the sage, Suta Uktaha, uttered by the sun, Niriti, death, Takshaka Akyaha, in relation with the snake bird, Saha, he the king, Sadhu, well and good, Mene, accepted, Na, not, Chirena, very long time, Takshaka, snake bird, Analam, fire, Prasaktasya, for one who is too attached,
one who is too attached,
Virakti,
Virakti,
indifference, Karanam, cause. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. While the king was thus repenting, he received news of his imminent death, which would be due to the bite of a snake bird, occasioned by the curse spoken by the sage's son. The king accepted this as good news, for it would be the cause of his indifference toward worldly things. Kindly repeat after me. While the king was thus repenting, he received news of his imminent death, which would be due to the bite of a snake bird, occasioned by the curse spoken by the sage's son. The king accepted this as good news, for it would be the cause of his indifference toward worldly things. Purport. Real happiness is achieved by spiritual existence, or by cessation of the repetition of birth and death. One can stop the repetition of birth and death only by going back to Godhead. In the material world, even by attaining the topmost planet, Brahmaloka, one cannot get rid of the conditions of repeated birth and death. But still, we do not accept the path of attaining perfection. The path of perfection frees one from all material attachments, and thus one becomes fit to enter into the spiritual kingdom. Therefore, those who are materially poverty-stricken are better candidates than those who are materially prosperous. Maharaj Pariksit was a great devotee of the Lord and a bona fide candidate for entering into the kingdom of God. But even though he was so, his material assets as the emperor of the world were setbacks to perfect attainment of his rightful status as one of the associates of the Lord in the spiritual sky. As a devotee of the Lord, he could understand that the cursing of the Brahmana boy, although unwise, was a blessing upon him, being the cause of detachment from worldly affairs, both political and social. Shamika Muni also, after regretting the incident, conveyed the news to the king as a matter of duty so that the king would be able to prepare himself to go back to Godhead. Shamika Muni sent news to the king that foolish Shringi, his son, although a powerful Brahmana boy, unfortunately had misused his spiritual power by cursing the king unwarrantedly. The incident of the king's garlanding the Muni was not sufficient cause for being cursed to death. But since there was no way to retract the curse, the king was informed to prepare for death within a week. Both Shamika Muni and the king were self-realized souls. Shamika Muni was a mystic and Maharaj Parikshit was a devotee. Therefore, there was no difference between them in self-realization. Neither of them was afraid of meeting death. Maharaj Parikshit could have gone to the Muni to beg his pardon, but the news of imminent death was conveyed to the king with so much regret by the Muni that the king did not want to shame the Muni further by his presence there. He decided to prepare himself for his imminent death and find out the way to go back to Godhead. And there's more to the purport. The life of a human being is a chance to prepare oneself to go back to Godhead and to get rid of the material existence, the repetition of birth and death. Thus, in the system, there we go, of Varnashrama Dharma, every man and woman is trained for this purpose. In other words, the system of Varnashrama Dharma is known also as Sanatan Dharma, or the eternal occupation. The system of Varnashrama Dharma prepares a man for going back to Godhead. And thus, a householder is ordered to go to the forest as a vanaprastha to acquire complete knowledge, and then to take sannyas prior to his inevitable death. Parikshit Maharaj was fortunate to get a 7-day notice to meet his inevitable death. But for the common man, there is no definite notice. Although death is inevitable for all, foolish men forget this sure fact of death and neglect the duty of preparing themselves for going back to Godhead. They spoil their lives in animal propensities to eat, drink, be merry, and enjoy. Such an irresponsible life is adopted by the people of this age, of the age of Kali, because of a sinful desire to condemn Brahminical culture, God consciousness, and cow protection for which the state is responsible. The state must employ revenue to advance these 3 items and thus educate the populace to prepare for death. The state which does so is the real welfare state. The state of India should better follow the examples of Maharaj Parikshit, the ideal executive head, than to imitate other materialistic states which have no idea of the kingdom of Godhead, the ultimate goal of human life. Deterioration of the ideals of Indian civilization has brought about the deterioration of civic life, not only in India, but also abroad. Translation again. While the king was thus repenting, he received news of his imminent death, which would be due to the bite of a snake bird, occasioned by the curse spoken by the sage's son. The king accepted this as good news, for it would be the cause of his influence toward worldly things. So for most people in the material world, receiving such news, sometimes people go for a general checkup uh, at their physician to find out by the time they have spoken to their physician and taken a few tests that you have cancer. You have terminal cancer. You have only 2 months to live. Most people are totally ill prepared for such kind of news. But here it's very nice explaining how, because of the spiritual awareness, because Parikshit Maharaj was a devotee of the Lord, he could easily accept, not only he accepted, he welcomed this news, so that he could prepare himself to become completely detached from worldly affairs. Whether one is the emperor of the world, or as Prabhupada would say, even a pauper is proud of his situation. Even someone who's poor is attached. What's the expression of pauper is? Something
attached to his kind of bigger ball.
Yes. So, Jnana Vairagya, Vairagya Vidya. I was mentioning before, there was this one, in the early days, that was one of the titles of the BBT, Vairagya Vidya. Detachment, Vairagya Vidya, knowledge. And the book was not popular because of the title Vairagya, because of the word Vairagya.
Didn't want to.
No one wants to become detached. Rather the opposite. Propaganda is promoted in so-called modern, so-called advanced society, isn't it? Get more things, purchase more things, travel more. That is the modern philosophy of eat, drink, and be merry, which is, of course, totally misleading and propagated by those who have no spiritual knowledge. So these are, we are being reminded here how whole Vedic civilization teaches us, explains how rare it is to get this human form of life. Out of 8,400,000 species of life, very small percentage. Did anyone ever calculate the percentage? It's 400,000 human species out of 8,400,000. So that's like, anyways, it's a very small percentage.
0.5%.
0.5? That's from the top of your head.
Maybe even lesser.
Yeah.
8 million. 8 million. Yeah. 800. Yeah, it is 0.5.
0.5.
Half percent.
Yes. So, so the whole teachings and the whole
No, it's,
culture.
I'm sorry, it's 5%.
5. Of course, there are different types of humans also. 400,000 different species.
400,000. It's a lot of human species.
Right. Yes, and they're not all on this planet. Also, there's human species in other places as well. But if we were to make another analysis, although the number is small in terms of species,
Our percentage is actually very less in terms of the number.
Yes,
Because
that's the point.
species means like
Welcome to the new class
the
location.
whole ocean. You can see it.
Yes,
The whole ocean is full of the
aquatics.
aquatics.
Yes,
And if we take only only the population of mosquitoes, we
yes. So the number, the species number in terms of species, human beings are less,
outnumbering.
and in terms of numbers, we are yes. So therefore, it is, as it is nicely explained here, actually nicely explained, it is an opportunity. It is a rare opportunity. It is a rare opportunity. One day I was coming to attend Bhagavatam class in the temple, main temple, and Suhotra Maharaj, remember him? Suhotra Maharaj. Very scholarly person, very learned. And he wrote a number of books, actually, quite philosophical books, difficult to follow. So one day I just happened to come when he was explaining, giving an example from our Shastra, explaining, pointing out how rare it is to get a human body. You might have heard the example. So he was telling that it's like on the ocean, either the Atlantic Ocean or the Pacific Ocean is huge, vast. So the example is that there's a turtle. What are the chances of a turtle? The big turtles actually in the ocean. And they come up occasionally to get air. So what are the chances of a turtle that's swimming in this vast ocean to come up, and there's a piece of wood actually with a hole in it, floating on the ocean. What are the chances of that turtle putting his head in that hole? That's how rare it is. I mean, that's unthinkable. How rare it is to get a human form, and how even more rare it is to come in contact with devotees.
Why would a turtle put his head inside a hole?
Because the turtle has to put its head above the water to get some air.
Yes, but why in the hole? He'll get some.
Your father will explain.
Yeah, right. That's a very, very deep meaning.
It's a deep meaning, so that it will take some time.
Because the turtle doesn't know what's on the top, and it's just by accident. It's by accident. He's not planning. He's not looking for a piece of wood.
Example of probability.
Yes.
So you'll explain what is probability.
Yeah, probability.
And then
I think I understand.
Yeah. Now it's
you
starting
are
to come.
intelligent. I don't have any doubt.
So when we know, when we understand how rare it is to get a human body, and how even more rare, Brahmanda Brahmite Kono Bhagyavan Ji, Guru Krishna Prasadipai Bhakti Lota Bij, to come in contact with devotees who are Vaishnavas. There's so many different types of devotees also.
Transcendentalists.
So many transcendentalists are there.
Even Swami Karisi was
Yes,
yogi.
Yes, but it is, so that means Vaishnavas, devotees who know about devotional service, devotees who know about Krishna, even Brahmanas, majority of Brahmanas, even today, don't know that Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam.
Is the Supreme Personality.
They know
of Godhead.
about Krishna, those in India, but they don't know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we need to be reminded of this. We need to meditate on this as well. And of course, Parikshit Maharaj, upon receiving this news of his imminent death within 7 days, he took it as, just imagine, here it says, he took it as good news.
Yeah. So good news.
It's good news. How many of us will accept such kind of news that you're going to die in 7 days as good news? The opposite, actually, most people, my God, So, in this way, actually, Krishna makes so many arrangements for all of us. It's all like tailor-made, to help us become the whole purpose why so many difficulties are sent our way is to help us to become detached. Most of the time we fail the test because we become disturbed by so many things that are happening, especially if we lose something. But we cannot fake or artificially come to this position. We can cultivate this understanding by nicely applying the principles of Krishna consciousness, and then whenever some major calamity, this is exactly the mood of Queen Kunti Devi. She is welcoming, similar to this also, she is welcoming that there be more and more calamities. And what is the main reason? Why is Queen Kunti?
Because she's remembering Lord
Ah,
more and more.
because by all of these calamities, then I can remember and take shelter more and more of the lotus feet of the Lord. So here in the purport, Prabhupada also mentions how this is the primary duty and responsibilities of leaders in society to actually help to train and help their dependents, their citizens, to prepare. So that's why in married life, oops, the head came up. Those who are grihastas, right, on this side, natural sequence here. Got the message. So those who are grihastas, only those who are grihastha means devotees. Otherwise, they're not devotees. They're called, what's another name? Grihamedi. Grihamedi. So majority of people are grihamedi. Means they're very attached. So it's only those who are grihasthas. Grihasthas means those who are trained before marriage. Grihamedis are usually not trained. If at all they get married. I mean, they live together but not married. Yeah. So, because the point I wanted to make is, in the Vedic culture, when grihasthas, when devotees get married, they know that it's only for X number of years. You try to explain that to non-devotees.
What is that?
It is like we are for eternity. No, our love is for eternity. Materialistic people. But Grihasthas, they know that, okay, we will be married just for 25 years, approximately, and then we have to take vanaprastha. Then we have to come out of family life. If one doesn't have that kind of understanding or consciousness, then one simply, and that is the unfortunate condition, become more and more attached. And the opposite is meant to take place. We're meant to become, even in householder life, as Prabhupada would explain, is a concession. Is a concession for regulated sense gratification. With the idea of actually completely, by the age of approximately 50, preparing oneself to, when we look at it and analyze Vedic culture, is such, there's only, here Prabhupada is making, in the purport, you miss it, 3 times. He mentions the word Varnashrama Dharma, and in one statement he explains that Varnashrama Dharma is Sanatan Dharma. Is Sanatan Dharma. Sometimes devotees don't understand how can Varnashrama Dharma be Sanatan. Sanatan means eternal.
Right. Because it is naturally established by natural order established by Krishna himself.
Yes.
That this is how civilized human beings are going to live.
Yes. And another way, or connected with this, is to understand that Varnashrama is connected with the gunas.
It is Chaturvarnyam Maya Srishtam, Guna Karma Vibhaga.
Yes.
So
and
the whole Srishti is.
Yes. And the gunas are connected with
The body.
Yes. But of the 5 eternal, of the 5 tattvas. A nice point, actually. Prakriti.
Devi is a gunamayi.
Yes. There are 5 tattvas. So 4 of those tattvas are eternal. Prakriti is eternal. Isn't it? The modes of material nature, whenever there is creation, they are eternally present. And therefore,
because Varnashram is based on that,
yes.
that is also eternal.
Yes. Yeah. That's another angle.
Yes.
Another angle, yeah. In other words, material creation is sometimes manifest, sometimes not manifest. But every time it is manifest, then the modes of material nature are there. Prakriti is there. Therefore, Varnashrama is there.
Which 4 are eternal, you said?
Jiva.
Ishvara.
Yeah.
Ishvara
We-
first.
Ishvara, Jiva, Prakriti,
Kala.
Kala. Those are the 4 that
Fifth
are.
one is karma.
And karma,
Is not
fortunately, is not eternal.
It is. So these are constant, this is variable. Karma you can change up and down, but
Yes.
these are.
I mean, for most people, practically speaking, karma is eternal because we are referred to as.
Actually, people get bind so much that they actually become, and that's mentioned in Bhagavatam, that they are
Yes.
eternally
Yes,
doomed for
Yes. Therefore, they are called Nityabadha.
Nityabadha. Because
Nitya.
just for so long they cannot come out. And it's actually modern now, scientists and all the philosophers are explaining that once you are in certain particular consciousness,
Yes.
you cannot come out of that.
Yes.
At least easily.
Yes.
You have to-
Unless somebody gives you Bhagavad Gita.
As it
As it is yours.
and then you practice it.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
Practice
Yes.
it throughout
Correct.
the life.
Yes.
Then maybe.
So the laws of nature, very powerful, stringent laws of nature. Unless one comes in contact with knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, unless one comes in contact with devotees, one is eternally covered. Nityabadha. And therefore eternally unhappy and in anxiety, etc. So Parikshit Maharaj was in the proper consciousness. a very important lesson, because so many in all of us, for all of us, in all of our lives, we meet all kinds of situations that are difficult, but that are meant to help us become detached. And in the Bhagavatam, first canto, that very important verse is there, mentioning how actually it is only the process of bhakti, devotional service, that can sever, that can cut,
Sever the knot of
yes, these modes of material nature. And it is only the process of bhakti also that can give us proper knowledge, understanding. So what is that verse? Very nice verse. Begins with, if I tell the first word, it will go. Vasudeve Bhagavati. Then Vasudeve, okay, it will be coming. Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojitaha Tanayati Asubhairagyam Jnanam Sayad Ahaitukam. Yeah. Jnanam, Ahaituki. Ahaituki means causeless. Causeless Jnanam, causeless knowledge, and causeless Vairagya. It's very nice, isn't it? I mean, it's only bhakti, the process of bhakti, devotional service to Krishna, Vasudeva. Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita. So that is why the process of bhakti is so powerful, and so it stands out from all other processes. It's the highest process. And therefore, because Parikshit Maharaj was following this process, because he's a pure devotee of the Lord, therefore he could easily accept. Death is the last thing people want to talk about. You know, devotees talk about death all the time.
because they leave their identity.
Yeah, they're immediately threatened, no?
Ego is
Yes.
threatened.
But devotees love to talk about, birth, death, old age, and disease. Because we are surrounded by this, and we ourselves are in line. We're in line for old age. We're in line for disease. We're in line for death. And if we don't cultivate this knowledge, we're in line for again birth, rebirth. Yeah. So this is a rare opportunity that as devotees, if we take advantage, then one can remain in proper positive consciousness. People give so many courses about being positive.
Positivity.
Right. But the only real long-term positive consciousness that one can develop is in connection with this knowledge that is given here. So I'll just read the verse again for those who were missing the verse translation. This was text number 4. While the king was thus repenting, that was also nicely explained, the fire of repentance. Parikshit Maharaj was immediately after walking out of the Muni's kutir, started to repent. So repentance is fundamental here. So while the king was thus repenting, he received news of his imminent death, which would be due to the bite of a snake bird called Takshaka. Takshaka, yes. Occasioned by the curse spoken by the sage's son. The king accepted this as good news, for it would be the cause of his indifference toward worldly things. That's also important. Indifference.
Indifference towards worldly things.
Indifference towards worldly things. It means that I may have some material things, or I may not have. If I have, I should not become over jubilant or over attached, and if I don't have, I should also not be disturbed by that. That is only possible if one understands, to whatever degree one can, the workings of the law of karma. Isn't it? In other words, that's. I was explaining that. I mean, all of us, I'm sure we think about this at different times, but I was explaining that some years back. I remember one group of students, and it's like, we don't always listen when we're in a class or when we are whatever in some program, but there was one student was listening, and I was explaining. It's like I was explaining how, we should stop worrying about so-called good things happening, so-called bad things.
Good news, bad news.
Yeah, good news, bad news, fake news, or whatever. Because everything is already determined. How much money I will make, how much of good health I will have, how much of position, whatever, good and bad is already determined. Because people, they are under this false impression. If I just work a little harder, I'll get more. I'll be more happy. It's already based on our karma. Yes. So we even as devotees sometimes forget this.
Most of the time.
Thank you. Yes.
you had been liberal.
Most of the time, even as devotees. And those are not devotees all the time.
Right.
All the time. When we think in this way, then we don't have anything to be overly disturbed about. Because disturbance will be there in the material world. That's the nature. Prabhupada would say Krishna has certified this world. Dukalayam Shasvatam, place of misery. So we should not
The
be.
board is there.
Huh?
The board is there.
Yeah, right.
You enter,
Yeah,
but
flashing.
looking for something else. Like it is.
Also, there's a garden that will never let you go out. Durga Mata.
Garden.
Guardian.
Oh, guardian.
Durga.
No, they are there to
Yes.
make you get out. But it's people just want to be beaten.
Right. Yes.
If somebody is beating somewhere, it means that you get out. But people want to be there to be beaten. It's like when the camel is eating the thorns.
Thorn. Yes. Yes.
He starts tasting his own blood.
What is that expression Prabhupada uses? Avishuddha Buddhaya. There is Shuddha.
Then Vishuddha.
And then, yeah,
Avishuddha is
Buddhaya.
completely
Brainless.
yeah.
No intelligence. Covered intelligence. Everyone has had covered intelligence. Yes. So, our real intelligence is covered. Our real intelligence is spiritual intelligence. But we are falsely, because of false identification, because of ahankara, we're trying to work things out with our faulty, imperfect material intelligence. But all of us have that material intelligence. Actually is a perverted reflection of our real spiritual intelligence. And real spiritual intelligence becomes awakened. Actually, Krishna helps us to awaken that real spiritual intelligence by applying this knowledge of devotional service. Yes.
I think that's why it's called the jiva in this relation, that is called Bhagyavan jiva. It's
Yes.
Bhagyavan because it's also not easy. I'm just referring that Srila Prabhupada mentions there, eat, drink, be merry, and enjoy.
Yes.
There are philosophers to that. There was one philosopher called Charvaka.
Prabhupada mentions correct.
Yavat jivet, labo jivet.
He said that
Vidam
you
tyatva
take the
sutam pivet.
Ghee, yeah.
ghee, yet you go in debt and drink the ghee.
Yes, yes.
Yavat jivet, labo jivet. Vidam
Right,
tyatva
right,
sutam
right.
pivet.
Means today you live
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and live your life
yeah,
with
yeah.
full
There's only this life.
indulgence.
That's the mood and mentality.
It's a materialistic. There's mentioned that it is materialistic philosophers. So they are there for certain people who want, like you said that.
Yes, yes, yes.
You're
Yeah,
mentioning
yeah.
people don't want to hear.
Yes.
Then they want to also hear something
Yeah,
to,
yeah.
of that category, and they can find.
Correct.
He
Correct.
was very popular actually.
Yes. Well, as a matter of fact, we were discussing just a few days ago how, and it is Srila Jiva Goswami who points this out in the Tattva Sandarbha. He mentions how in the Vedas, majority of instructions are actually for on the level of karma kanda. Because majority of people, that's where they are. But the idea is that the three types of what is it? Karma. What are the three types of karma described in the Bhagavad Gita? One of them is karma,
Karma,
Vikarma,
and
Akarma.
akarma. Yeah. So means,
Vikarma.
yeah. So karma actually means to follow what is in the Shastra, even though it is for material gain. So karma is like what is it? Creating karma means creating karma, but creating good karma.
Right.
Vikarma means not following what is in Shastra. That means creating bad karma.
There's a conversation with Prabhupada says the same thing. A disciple was asking, comparing Abrahamic religions with Vedic polytheistic religions. And Prabhupada said, a worshipper of Kali or Durga is much better situated than someone from an Abrahamic religion.
Yes, yes, yes.
They follow properly.
Correct. Yes. Yes. So following Shastra, because Shastra takes into account people who are attached. And they prescribe so that gradually they can become detached. And it's only in it's like hidden in the Shastra instructions for people who totally want to be detached and finish their business. So that is a karma. That is bhakti, devotional service. Yes. Huh?
Sometimes vikarma, vishesh karma, vishisht karma, like that. And
Vikarma,
vishesh karma.
Vishesh.
So V, the prefix V, sometimes is used positively, sometimes it's used negatively. So you have to see the context. Here V karma is opposite,
Karma mean
opposite
karma
of
as an-
prescribed.
In
at
Bhagavad
the middle position where we perform any duties not for any good and not for bad. In spiritually, akarma you mentioned, no?
Akarma, yes.
Akarma.
But sometimes vikarma explain like that, vishesh karma, which is used for Krishna, like that.
What is Vishesh? What is the meaning
Vishesh
of Vishesh?
means
Special.
Special.
A special
So
karma.
sometimes
Oh,
the
Vishesh. Wow.
sometimes the prefix V is used positively as a superlative adjective, like more, like so.
Yes,
You know,
yeah.
which are so, which are so. But here, but it's also used negatively. So you have to see the context. So here,
Yes.
V karma doesn't refer prescribed duty in a positive superlative sense, but
But
something opposite to what is prescribed.
so if that's the meaning of Vishesh karma, then for devotees, I mean, the real Vishesh karma is only
Devotional service.
devotional service. Yeah. Akarma. It is, akarma doesn't mean no activity. Akarma means activities for
In
Krishna,
Krishna
for the
consciousness.
pleasure of Krishna. Yeah.
When I thought like that, karma divided in these three, karma, swakam karma, akam karma, and vishisht karma, vikarma. Then all are represent Krishna activities. When I thought like in devotion mode, akarma, not doing for good or bad, mean doing for Krishna. Vikarma mean vishesh karma, which is doing for Krishna. And sakarma you are doing for goodness which belongs to Krishna, then
better
all
stick.
are going in same way of Krishna, but in material world they are different too.
Better to stick to the the terms that are there in the Bhagavad Gita are karma, vikarma,
Akarma.
and akarma.
Yes, Bhagavad Gita explanation.
Akarma is also known as nice karma, no?
Nishkarma.
No, nishkarma. Yeah.
There is a subtle difference between the two, but many times it's interchangeably used.
Right. Nishkarma, I mean, nishkarma means no karmic reaction, no?
Exactly, and akarma means not acting at all.
I mean,
it's a path of renunciation.
Akarma sometimes is not burning fire. So
Yeah,
by the
not-
sannyasi is not
because
going
they
to.
have given up their sannyas means they are above the prescribed duties.
Prabhupada condemns
Pro-
like few times that it is not about just not burning, because in ancient time, those who took sannyas, they should only beg and they cannot burn fire, and it was very
I
strictly
see.
followed by
Right.
those sannyasis, and also Mayavadis they follow, and Srila Prabhupada was kind of
Okay.
condemning that.
Right, right.
Because
Because there's path of engagement and path of renunciation, like Bhagavad. So akarma is referred to in a technical sense as path of renunciation, when
Without any
nishkarma
karma.
is path of engagement, but in a devotional mode, not affected by fruitive results, so it's nishkarma.
Yeah. So that's that is there when people have not yet read the explanations of our Goswamis regarding Yukta Vairagya.
right.
Means if even we are renounced,
Actually, renouncement is
Yeah.
only after you are offering, working, and
doing things, offering in
Right.
service of Krishna.
that's why Srila Prabhupada said, you bring millions
Ah,
and I will
Prab-
accept.
I will take it all.
Yeah.
And take it.
Prabhupada, he would give the example that there are some sannyasis in India, they don't touch money. They consider that if they touch money, they become contaminated. But he says, we who are followers, we put our two hands out, not only one hand. We accept all money and we give to Krishna. So money is contaminated or contaminating when we use it for our own sense gratification, but when we use it in Krishna service, then it is Lakshmi. Yes.
Whereas you talk about Mother Nature's law, or
Prakriti.
Which law?
rules of nature,
Nature's law.
Nature's law.
Material laws of nature, yes.
material laws of nature. But what are the material laws of nature to follow?
What are the material laws?
Because in the also the rules that are given in from the presidents and everyone, we know about it. So I want to know about it so then I can understand it a little bit.
So what is the do's and don'ts, he's saying? What are those laws?
In one Bhagavatam class.
At the end of one Bhagavatam class.
You have basically
Entire
like the
presentation.
Bhagavatam was spoken, and then one rishi will come and they will ask, and then another story will start. So,
Right.
you have reminded me about that.
So the Bhagavatam, actually there are special sections in the Bhagavatam that deals in detail with the subject matter of the material laws of nature. And
There's a book also Prabhupada wrote. Laws
Yes.
of Material Nature.
yes, and it's very interesting and very important, especially for devotees, because what Krishna explains as the material laws of nature, those are perfect and unchanging laws. But what we hear from people who are in charge of different departments or laws or scientists, they speak on the same subject, but they're, in other words, there are man-made type of laws which are uh, different from Krishna's material laws.
And also imperfect.
And also,
Imperfect.
yes, because they are man-made by nature. The imperfection is built in.
What did it say? Resolution, but no solution.
Your solution, yes, yes. That is the condition of imperfect, correct. Well, like Prabhupada is telling in this purport also, how the whole concept and principles of Varnashrama Dharma, it is eternal, it is perfect. It is perfect. That's why Prabhupada uses, and one devotee has recently published his book entitled The Perfect Society, right? Yeah. So it is only actually devotees, it is only those who follow Bhagavatam who can speak about perfection. No one else can speak about perfection. Unless one is connected with Krishna, one does not understand the word perfection.
Yeah, because it is said there is no such thing like absolute and
Yes.
perfection.
Well, that was Gandhi's whole mood and mentality, my experiments with the absolute truth.
Talking about Gandhi today is its birthday.
Okay, today is 2nd of
2nd October. Yeah.
Okay.
Talking about?
Gandhi, today is his birthday.
His birthday. We will
Today,
get-
huh?
in the
It's a
school,
public holiday.
in the schools we will get laddu.
Oh,
In the schools,
We
Acha.
never got it. We were fortunate. We only got a day off.
Okay.
it was earlier, so I went to school before you.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Here Prabhupada in the purport is saying in the deplorable condition of the world is because India has not followed the ideals of Parikshit Maharaj and has not
Yes.
set a standard, and so it's a deplorable condition not only in India but outside world.
Correct.
And he had an opportunity, and Gandhi had some understanding of sustainable, simple living,
Yes.
though he
At
didn't
least
have
we spoke
understanding of
about villages.
Varnashram.
Yeah, right. Yes.
Opportunity was lost to
yeah.
the founding father.
Prabhupada uses the word village organization. Gandhi had some good understanding of village organization, and Prabhupada appreciated that. But yeah.
He was against industrialization also.
Yes, yes.
Very much against.
Yes.
Gandhi got caught up in too much of this political thing,
Right.
and then
Nehru
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
What was the expression? He was a saint amongst politicians, and what's the other one? Something.
He was actually used by English
Yeah.
nicely to control.
A saint amongst politicians and a politician amongst saints.
Amongst
Something like
Prabhupada wrote a letter warning him.
Ah.
Yeah, he should immediately give up. You know, India is now independent.
Yes.
You give up politics. You are a saint. Focus on message of Bhagavad Gita.
Preach
Otherwise,
Bhagavad.
we do that.
And then that's what happened. They shot him after shortly after.
Yes. Yes.
Because you are not leaving, he was attached.
Yes. Yes.
Indifference was supposed to come.
But when he was shot, he said one word.
Hey Ram.
I am actually.
There is also people say.
I am saying that it's all more. I doubt. I mean, it was so much. It was so much on that the whole media was working for this whole political situation. Otherwise, how